Yes, boss. 444 the world back in here again, man. You see the topic, man. Greed takes the fun out of things. If you never experienced that or heard of that, it's a great way. It's a great day I can explain that to you. So here's the deal, right? Greed is just basically like taking too much, and it's like you're being like completely selfish. You don't care about anybody else. All you see is you. And everybody has experienced or seen some form of greed in some form of way. Give you an example, right? When it comes to greed, look at when the hurricanes hit or like a natural disaster is expected to hit an area. Like me, right? I live in Florida. Florida has this thing where they'll tell us, oh, it's a hurricane coming next week. Go to the grocery stores and stock up. Listen, you go to the grocery stores, there are people who will have like 3 people in their household. They'll tell you make sure you have enough stuff for like a month. They're going in there and buying down the whole store as to where they have 3, 4, 5 months worth of supplies. Nothing else is left for other people. Understand this, right? That's the prime example of greed. You feel me? And when I say greed takes the fun out of things, there's some people that they don't try to have fun with the things that they do. They try to make it all businessy and about money and all of that stuff. You feel me? So understand this. If you're doing something and you have a love for it, have fun with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to try and spin it in different ways so you understand and pick up what I'm trying to put down. When you have fun with things, rather than making it so much about business and money, you're really having fun. When you have fun with things, you're able to create, produce, do a lot of crazy things. When you're thinking so much in the aspect of money or like a deadline or it's a business, that's where you suck the fun out of everything. And that's where creativity can stifle and die. Because why? It's more like a quota is being put on this project versus, me and my creativity or me having fun. So I'm gonna give you an example into that, right? Let's say you're a person who you like to make hats, right? Say you like to make hats. Making hats for you is fun. You can make any kind of hat you want. You can make the baseball caps. You can make the regular fitteds. Well, this is what they call snapbacks. You feel me? So you make snapbacks. You make all type of stuff, right? Let's say your hats are so fire to the point where a company comes to you and says, hey, we want to buy your hats, right? Okay, cool. You are now making money off of your own creativity, something that you like to initially have fun with. Now, this company is trying to throw all this money and like suck all the fun out of all of everything that you're doing and making it completely business-like. Out of what? Greed. You feel me? Or out of their own merit, or, oh, we need this to be done by a certain time. Listen, you got to understand something. When it comes down to fun and business, I'm going to say the two, they can go together, but there can be issues where fun and business can kind of get like a little bit sticky. And I'm going to explain that. If you're having fun doing something, let's say you do music or whatever, right? You're doing it because it genuinely gives you joy. Then to the next person, they may see you doing it, and in their eyes, they look at you like a what? Like you're a dollar sign. You feel me? So it's a tale of two halves. You're doing it for the fun. This person, oh, I see them as a dollar sign. Well, maybe if I can lock in with them or if I can sign them, guess what? I can put them on my situation. They can make me what? Money. The whole time you're doing this for what? Because you have a love for it. You feel me? That's where the two cannot really coincide and issues can meet. Or it could be on the other aspect of where, let's say, I'm having fun doing music. Me and all my friends do music. Like a Straight Outta Compton. They were all having fun doing it. Then guess what? Jerry Heller came out of nowhere. That's where he brought the business into it. That's where greed got introduced. If you get where I'm going with this. So all of these guys had this phenomenal talent. Were making music in their neighborhood locally, gaining wave, and they were doing it having what? Fun. Until somebody came in and said, yo, I see how we can make this thing big. He's looking at it from the greed aspect. What did Ice Cube turn around and tell Dre? He said, yo, we didn't need Jerry. I think Dre turned around and told the Eazy-E. He said, yo, We didn't need Jerry. We made it because what our shit is dope. Meaning, dog, all of what they did, they were having fun with it. There was no such thing as a deadline or you have to meet this label's expectation. Bro, they were doing this for fun. But that's what I'm trying to show you. When you have fun doing something, it could be anything in the world. It could be painting. It could be making hats. It could be you doing music. Always remember to have fun with it, dog. Never put so much business and all these different quotas and expectations into it. That's where you're sucking the fun out of things. You feel me? And when you suck the fun out of things, it no longer becomes something that's, like I said, fun. You feel me? You just suck the fun out of everything. Everything is about business now. You feel me? That's where the morale can die. The ventures or everything else can die. Mind you, I told you I was in a music situation already. I was doing it, having fun, learning whatever I learned from school days that I can apply into these projects. I was having so much fun because I was starting to see my creativity and everything I believed in come to life. You feel me? Now, me having an artist where he's taking everything now in a business aspect. You're all about greed and everything. You're starting to suck the fun out of this whole thing. Now labels are writing us and everything. This is what's going to make the situation even worse. Because you're moving in a way like, oh, we don't have no more time. We have to push a little bit harder. Us having fun is what generated all of these views and people locking in on us. There was no form of a let's make it businessy. We have a greed mindset. It was all about fun. So that's why I'm trying to tell you something. When you have fun with things, when you go out there, like it's even sports, bro. This is common if you know what I'm talking about. Even in sports, you going out there, you're probably in little league or middle school or high school. Guess what? The real dollars didn't come in. You out here making it so much about business. You supposed to have what? Fun. You still young. Why do you think they throwing all of this money and having these new NIL rules? Because there's a lot of kids who forgot about stuff, having fun with it, learning the principles, learning the fundamentals of the game. You got kids out here transfer. I'm looking at this thing as a business. I got to get paid from early. Nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, what happened to having fun? What happened to the love of the game? What happened to the love of the sport? When money comes into play, listen to what I'm telling you. When money comes into play into a situation, money can sometimes suck the fun out of things. Look at sports betting. Look at sports betting when it was on a smaller scale versus when it graduated to like a Hard Rock Bets type of scale. There were people who were going to the bookies all day long. Now that they made it mainstream, guess what? They suck the fun out of this stuff, bro. I feel like me personally, and I'm not a person who gambles a sports bet, but I can see things from an outside aspect. I pay attention to the wave, bro. When sports betting wasn't more publicly brought out there, I felt like people had way more fun with it and people were able to hit way more. Now that it's like, you know what? Let's really make this thing a business. You got Bovada. You got Hard Rock Bets. You got FanDuel. You got, what's all of these different apps? You got so many different casinos and betting apps because what? It's about the money now. It ain't about the fun. It ain't about the, oh, I know for a fact this person is going to get like 200 yards today. Of course, the mafia has their hand in this shit. But what I'm saying is, pay attention to when more business is brought into the situation and greed versus when it's just for the harmless fun of the game. That's what ruins things, bro. When you take the fun and joke out of everything and make it about business and money and deadlines and transactions, you take the whole fun out of everything. You kill the whole operation. That's why there's some people who will never understand this stuff. In life, picture what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Let's say you run track or you like to build cars. It could be whatever you do, bro. I'm not saying you cannot turn it into a business, but don't ever forget the reason why you started doing it, bro. Yo, I like building cars because it's fun, man. Or I like making hats because, man, it's fun. Guess what? You having fun with something and having a love for it, it's going to open up bigger doors for you as opposed to you falling into the business and greed aspect, dog. I'm telling you this as a witness, bro. You feel me? I got homies. All of my tattoos that you see on me, damn near the same person does this. And guess what? Alex loved doing tattoos from young. He said, bro, I have so much fun with it. It's like, you know when somebody has fun with something versus when somebody's like, they look at it from a business aspect. Alex is like a big kid when it comes to, yo, I want to do this tattoo. Oh man, I get to do a Dragon Ball Z. He's excited. I'd rather go to somebody who has a love for something than somebody who makes everything about a friggin' dollar all the time, bro. Understand, everything in the world is not about a dollar, dog. Have fun with it. Mind you, when everybody is out here thinking about coming up and finessing, or I'm going to stick it to this person, I'm going to screw this person over, or I'm going to come up off of this person, or I'm going to overcharge this person. What happened to the people that used to have fun with stuff, bro? That's how you build a name for yourself. And I'm going to tell you something as a live witness. Off of my tattoo artist alone, right, Alex? Alex has been doing tattoos for years, bro. Years. Years, to the point where he has so much fun, he mentors people. He teaches people. Because it's that fun to him. He loves it. Guess what? Him having so much fun with tattooing, having a love for it, it opened up doors that nobody would have ever imagined. Alex is a fan of the Buffalo Bills. If you know what I'm talking about, that's a big-ass sports team. He's tattooed damn near half of the Buffalo Bills players. They know his name. And they know he's a diehard Bills fan. Right? Because of his work is so damn good, Alex, I'm going to be real. Alex could easily charge people thousands and extra hundreds. Alex don't do that. He just loves doing tattoo. He's not too expensive. He's not too cheap. He got great numbers. And guess what? That's why he stays in business. He loves having fun with it. Versus people, oh yeah, I could draw that piece for you. Give me like $2,000 for that small ass work. Where's your credentials? You get what I'm saying? Some people look at things as like it's just a dollar. What happened to the people that look at things for fun? Oh, I like doing it. I like having fun with it. I'm not saying you're not supposed to get paid, but think about it. Having fun with things versus looking at it in a business aspect, that's two totally different mindsets. You get what I'm saying? Back into Alex tattooed half of the Buffalo Bills, the Golden State Warriors that Steph Curry plays for. He's tattooed half of Golden State Warriors. Whenever I go to his tattoo shop, I'm either going to see some form of celebrity, some form of football player. I'm going to see somebody, dog. Because that's how much his name travels. He likes having fun with his work. Tell me why, like last year, I went into his tattoo shop. If you Jamaican, you know what I'm talking about. I seen Taurus Riley in Miami Gardens in the tattoo shop getting tattooed by Alex. I'm like, what Taurus Riley doing here? Taurus Riley knows about Alex. This is what having fun does, bro. Having fun and being a stand-up person, not making everything about money, just enjoying what you love doing, that can open up doors out of this world for you, bro. You get what I'm saying? You choosing to look at things from a business aspect, that's going to close a lot of doors for you, bro. If you're going to do something, do it because you have a love for it. Don't do it because, I just see money in it right now. Give you another example into this, right? I know people right now who play with cameras. They shoot music videos. They do movies for people. They do all type of stuff, right? I know people who get into that because, man, I got a love for it. And I know other people who get into it because, man, it's a lot of money into it. If you're doing things for the money, you're not going to last that long, bro. Because, mind you, money comes and goes, bro. Time, something you cannot get back. So if you feel like the time you're putting in for this money isn't adding up, you'll quit it because why? You don't have a love for it, bro. Fall in love with whatever it is that you like doing, bro. You like doing tattoos, you got a love for it, guess what? You're going to be Gucci. Once you have a love for doing something or you have a passion for it, you can't really lose, dog. Stop focusing on the money part. The money's going to come. Remember what I told you. If nobody don't tell you anything, dog, or you don't remember anything I tell you, the money part is going to come. Have fun with what you do, bro. Express your creativity. Go deep into it. Learn about it. But don't be so quick to charge and put $1 on something as to where you forget to what? have fun with your creativity and your craft. You get what I'm saying? With that being said, remember this. Words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I going to uplift you because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser, man. Understand this. Greed takes the fun out of things, bro. When you have fun with what you're doing, you open up endless doors for yourself, man. Versus you looking at everything as, oh, this person's a dollar, this person's a dollar. What about having fun? What about building relationships? What about networking? People forgot about those type of things. That's how more doors open for you. That's how more clientels come back to you. You get what I'm saying? So don't try and burn out yourself thinking about the money side. Have fun with it. You get what I'm saying? 144 the world, man. Peace.